Hi buddy, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 26 with me, Sid. And last episode we made 2 of these. And we made this one with the mithril hammer, which is the bismuth bronze, and we made this one, which is the copper anvil, which is 14 copper ingots. So what I need to do is I'm trying to remember what these are. I think these are copper as well, aren't they? Yeah, so that will make 16 copper ingots. Now I need to make 28 bismuth bronze things. And for that, bismuth bronze, if we just have a quick look at the bismuth bronze again, and we'll check our show me the, come on, get there, bismuth bronze. We're making bismuth bronze by mixing, that's bismuth, nope, go across here, 20% zinc, 50 to 60% copper, and 10% bismuth. So we did, as I recall, we did 60, 20, 10. And I would like to reuse this copper and maybe this copper as best as I can. So what we need to start having a look at is we've got zinc. We've got a reasonable amount, not a vast amount of zinc. And then we've got a goodly amount of bismuth. And again, and then we've got some copper, and just for good measure, there's a whole lot more copper hiding in there. So I need to do some maths because I want to make myself some bismuth armor. The leather, well, my leather helmets take gone. These are looking a little bit on the dubious side, and I really do need to get my protection up. So let me do a little bit of calculatory maths to see how I want to take these 16 ingots of copper, because we should be able to have a look at that and look in the heating recipe. It will make 1400 millibuckets of copper. Obviously that's doing it in tinkers, but that's fine, it's still the same thing. So we need to basically work out how to take 16 copper to make 28, or more copper if I need to. That's not a problem. So I'll be back in a mo with some calculations done. I have a slight issue. Fruit, veg and protein all low. Okay, that's simple enough then. We're going to go fruit, veg and protein. I don't have anywhere near enough zinc or bismuth to do this, so we are going to be solving that. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sandwiches worth. So if I put 2 of those down like that, which is a pain because I've now stacked them all weird. 6, 1, 2, 3. Veg and fruit, I think I said, didn't I? If I've got any fruit left. Fruit is a problem. The fruit has rotted on me basically, so we are stuck with that fruit. So we're going to have to go with something other than fruit, and we will go with wherever I put the dairy. If I was dairy, where would I be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're just going to have to go with whatever fruit we can find out in the wild, but we are somewhat stuck. So, right, I need a knife, and so that's it. Get there eventually, and that, and that, and that, and then we can start making some sandwiches. Yeah, so we need to go out and get zinc, and we need to go and get bismuth. Now we know where we got bismuth, so we'll leave that until after we've gone out to a zinc mine location. If I get this, because I do need to eat anyway, so we'll eat that one because it's not very fresh. And then we'll pop 4 of those in there. And empty. 2 of those in there, and we will be good. Okie dokie, let's go get an os, and I'm going to head up to an area north of here where there is some surface zinc. So we've got the waystones, so we don't have to worry about not being able to find our way back or anything, or if I mean, we know it's not going to be a blood moon tonight because it didn't say it's going to be a blood moon tonight, but you know, there's a chance that while we're out doing this stuff the blood moon will happen. So let me just get the journey map up a second. Surface zinc is there, we are here, so we're going to head up around there, and then we'll kind of scutch around that way, I think, because that will give us more opportunities to search. Yeah. So, see, I want that waystone, but I'm not going to go and find them wizard. Oh, yeah, I'll worry about that later. Right, well, I will see you when we get to where we're going. Right, well, I'm out here. There's the sphalerite. I don't know how good the sphalerite is, but the wonderful irony is, while I've been coming out here, I've been finding a lot of sphalerite deposits, because this is marble sand and sphalerite is rich in marble. So this is also, has to be mentioned, I need a shovel. This is also one of these veins that is on the edge, which means this may actually be not that good. Now it's standard sphalerite, so that's actually not bad. But if this is as much as it goes, as far as we get, we're not going to get much out of this zone. The plus side is, well, if we're going to be brutally honest, the plus side is, oh, hello. There's one there, we'll have that. But that's just gravel. I was going to say, where was the plus side? The plus side is, I actually don't desperately need this now. Because this is actually going to be a bad idea, because that's going to collapse. But we do need to push down. I suppose I could get my prospector's pick out and just see. A large sample of spodium, which is really not going to help me a lot. However, traces of sphalerite. See, I've got 320, 370 plus another 100 there, 470. I've got way more than enough back at the ranch, so I think we can basically sack this waypoint off, because it's not very good. Let's go for distance and remove. And there's a lot of other zinc traces. I mean, I've put a whole load down and I've actually missed some because I generally couldn't see the point. So that is that. We're going to take our horse home, and then we're going to go and see about the bismuth, but we should hopefully have enough zinc now for what we need to do. Maybe. Maybe not, of course. That's always a thing. I'm going to put a... there's so much material out here, it's actually crazy. So let me go and grab... I saw a waystone. Let me just go and grab that. I'll stick this by the wizard tower because it's always handy to have wizard's towers marked up so we can teleport to these ones. And wizard tower done. Lovely. Right, let's get back home. I'll see you when we get there. Okay, we're heading back. I just picked up a few Auto V's crystals, what I saw on the way back, because why not? At some point I am going to do Thorncraft. With that in mind, I also have a great wood saplings planted, because they're always good for timber. And we are pretty much sorted for zinc. Yeah, they can go in there. That and that can all go away. And I'm waiting to get hungry. I've got this pork chop which is going to decay, so I just don't want to waste it. So we got a whole lot of this. Now the other thing we need is 500 of that. I've only got 345 bismuth. And if I'm going 20, 20, 60... By the way, that will only get me 2,500 units of copper, of bismuth. Now, I actually only need 2,400 units to make the armour, but I need another 400 units to make a bismuth shield, because, of course, this is not 1.7 TerraFirmaCraft. This is the TerraFirmaCraft what does give you things. So is basically full fat. TerraFirmaCraft is 112, and with it being 112, that means we have access to a whole load of other features, including shields. So yeah, we need to definitely go down that route. Now we are going to need bismuth for other bits. I definitely didn't find the bismuth down there, but there was definitely bismuth under the ground here. So we're going to kind of just strip this layer off and see what we can find. I'm very tempted to stop using my good shovel though and make a cheap shovel. Yeah, it's a bizarre situation, because if you consider vanilla Minecraft, or even modded Minecraft, but normal modded Minecraft, not TFC for the most part. And I suppose that's a kind of incorrect thing, because this is normal modded Minecraft. There's nothing out of the ordinary about this at all. But you go start out when you're making your first armor. You start out new world, punch a tree, bop, 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 bop. Get a wooden pickaxe. Well, make a crafting bench, make a wooden pickaxe. And, it's very quick. And then from the, you dig down a little bit, find some stone, you dig yourself 3 more stone, you make yourself a stone pickaxe. And the wooden pickaxe you never touch again in your entire life. In fact, personally, it's the very first thing I cook in my... Oops, hang on. Oh, I think it broke. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll fix that. Personally, it's usually the first thing that goes in my furnace to smelt up the first piece of iron I find. But all things aside, barring real bad luck, you're going to expect, or any reasonable person can expect, to have a full suit of iron level armour within the first day. No problem whatsoever. And of course, after iron level armour, there isn't another level of armour. So, well, until you get to diamond. But again, if you're branch mining, let's make sure I use the right terms. I got told off calling it strip mining. If you're branch mining and you're working down at the usual level for diamond, it's not unreasonable to expect to find an awful lot of diamond very rapidly. So, you know, the entire system that TerraFirmaCraft works on changes that significantly, because you go from being fully armoured and fully ready to take on whatever the world throws at you, but to a degree. I mean, you know, we all know that iron armour isn't the best. You go from that position to one of relative invulnerability very quickly. Now, if you think TerraFirmaCraft, to get close to diamond level armour, you need to be going to red and blue steel. And how long does that take? Because you don't get it overnight. So yeah, this is a very different experience, even with 112. With the new TerraFirmaCraft Reloaded, it's still a very different set of... I'm using my good shovel again, aren't I? You know what I actually need to do is I actually need to put that away. And then, because we've got we've got more here, I think we'll find more as we head over this way. May even find nothing poking out the cliffside here, but I think I got the feeling it's coming this way. Yeah, so I'm going to grab myself a wee bit more bismuth. I'm going to probably bend this dirt because I've got so much dirt it's untrue, although I have got some uses for dirt going forward, so we maybe keep it for a while. Who knows? I certainly don't. Anyway, let me clear this and I will be right back. It's falling stars night. and they are coming down with startling regularity. I've also got rid of most of the dirt that I dug getting the bismuth. I'll show you what I did with that in a moment, but while it's chucking stars at me, I'm not gonna look a gift star in the mouth, so to speak. Not sure if... Well, another one over there. So what I've been doing over there is I'm setting up next year's farmland, and that is going to be critical because for the next year I want to... How do I put this? I want to experiment with the rustic apiaries. Now we know, or we certainly don't appear to see any beneficial effects at all from using the rustic apiaries on TFC crops. That is, I'm not going to say it's a fact, because obviously we need to experiment, but you know, because the TFC crops grow so slowly, they might be having an effect, but just not much of an effect. I really do need to get hungry as well. I'm just really struggling to get that appetite. Where are all of these things landing? I mean, they sound like they're landing really close by. But yeah, so that's where we're going to do. We're going to run apiaries down one side and not down the other, and we'll have the same crops, and hopefully we'll get some benefit from that. Anyway, it is sunrise. We have bismuthite. We have a whole load of seeds that I've picked up, and we have some spare copper as well. So I have calculated that I need 1500 copper, which is that plus 1 ingot. So that's copper and that's 1500. This will make me 2500, and then I need to make another 3. So we'll get this sorted out first. So if we are going along that route, we carry those with me, don't I? We therefore need 500 zinc. Now that's 100. That's all copper, so we'll not worry about that. That's 100. That's 300, and that's 320. That's 420. That's 500. Again, if we come in here, that's 400 plus 100 is 500. Nice and simple. So all of that will make me 2500 bismuth bronze ingots. 25 bismuth bronze ingots, I should say. So take the copper mix again. So if I come in and go, and what did I say? I needed 3, didn't I? So 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Let me just try and get this all out of the way. If I do that, so that's 50. Oops, no, that's valorites. Get the right thing. Copper. 1, 2, 3. That's 60. Plus 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think all of that is 28 ingots of bismuth bronze. I think. However, there is only one way to find out. Now, what I am really wary of, and well, we're just going to have to go for it, is running this and then getting an invasion night. And I think we're getting close to an invasion night, so that's the thing. But we shall get this all going, and might just see whether I can cook that fish in there while I'm at it. We'll chuck the anvil in, we'll chuck that in. That's all the copper plus that. So that's all copper, and then those. And then we've got all of the bismuth bronze and all of this valorite to go. Right, this is going to take a while. I shall be back once we've got some progress. Okay, we've got bismuth bronze. Now, I could start slurping bismuth bronze out, but that will muck up all my maths. So we're going to have to wait for these to just come through. But it's always nice when your maths comes together. This goes at very hot plus hot star, just so we've only got to go through a little bit more, and then we will have 560 of each of those, and we will have 2800 millibuckets of bismuth bronze, or 28 ingots if you want to work in old money. So once we have got that, we then need to start working on our bismuth bronze stuff. And the first thing we're going to need to make is an unfinished bismuth bronze helmet. So that requires a double sheet, which requires 2 sheets welded together with some flux. Okay, we can handle all of that. We've got a hammer. We've got the means to do it. This is getting very hot. I think it's the next one it will melt at. There we go. 2,800 units. Right, next job. Make a double ingot. I've also made a whole load of these clay molds because we were going through them quite rapidly before. I'm going to leave a couple in there because we are going to want those for when we have to put these in to basically rework them. Oh, hello, hang on, that's still liquid. Okay, calm down, it's not there yet. Oh, and we don't really need to do that either. Just wasting charcoal if I do that. So yeah, we are in the going to start the process of doing this particular piece of work. You have that in your hand, don't you? As I recall, I probably should drink. And let's quickly munch this pork chop. Oh, hello. And see how we're doing. Still liquid at yellow. The problem with bismuth bronze, like most of the early metals, is they melt. Well, they melt at a very low temperature. If we were to look at this, for example, it is orange star, so not very high at all. And at the moment we're still liquid at orange star. So yeah, you can see the problem we've got. This is, I'm going to keep these ticking, and we need to get these to the point where they're both in there, and then we need to hammer it down to a sheet. Solid. In they go. I've got that. I now need to pick a pattern. It's going to be this, and we are going to be nope, way too far. One sheet. We can weld that still, but we haven't got the necessaries, so we need to now go and get another couple of ingots, get those in, and we'll have the double sheet. But we're then going to need to warm these up, and that's where it gets dangerous. Because we muck that up and we end up with wasting the material. However, keep this ticking. I'm going to actually stick a couple more in there because we are definitely going to need those. I'm going to let these cool down. We'll get another sheet done. What kind of damage did that do? Not well, a huge amount. That should last us a good while. And well, I'll be back once I've got 2 sheets to weld. See you in a moment. Right, now we're starting the delicate juggling act. So that's on weld, that's can weld, but it's just gone to work. So we need to bring you back down. That needs to come down to 2, and we should be good. Let's get them in there, drop those in, and get that. We're going to make a helmet, and we are going to come up unfinished bronze helmet. We've got a bit of a skill, but wow, it's getting dark. We've got a skill bonus, but we've got these which we need to let cool down. I didn't want to go too fast with those because, well, if we muck that up, we were in trouble. Now this, we need to take, and we need to get that and that both to welding temperature and weld them. Well, we need to basically weld a bronze sheet to it. but we've got the unfinished bronze helmet. We are in the right ballpark. So now we're just going to make another sheet, and yeah, and then we'll be ready to make a helmet. I've also got a little armor stand here. He's going to be our model for the day. So yeah, we'll get that done. But right now we're waiting for Orange Star so we can make a sheet, and then we'll do the juggling again to bring this to another point. I should probably get a couple more of these going because I can just whack them into the furnace to keep them nicely temperatured. I think that should work quite well. Yeah, back in a sec. Alright, we are coming up on the right temperature. This is coming up to, that's bright red can weld, that's bright red can work. So I might need to drop you out briefly. Stick that in for a second, give this a hot moment more. And let's see. Bismuth bronze helmet. Don't need to do anything else with it. We can actually put it on a head, which definitely changes our depth of field, but it is a heavy item. It's minus 5% speed basically, but yeah, it's that is the first part of many. Right, onwards. Let's get some more doing now. The chest piece is a double sheet, and then you weld a double sheet to it. So basically that's 8 ingots. The actual cost of this is exactly the same as a suit of armor in vanilla Minecraft. This takes 24 ingots of armor. It just takes 24 ingots to make a full suit, which is the same as iron armor, same as gold armor, same as diamond armor, same as pretty much every armor, full 24 ingots. So that's pretty useful to know. Anyway, I'm going to be making some more sheets. I shall come back the moment I have got myself to it. I'll probably make 2 double sheets first off, and then I'll work one and then come back. So yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we just had the message that we didn't want the invasion starts tonight, which is really, I didn't want this right now. It's not convenient, but I'm trying a little trick where I'm staggering these by a few cooling points to see whether we can't get them out, you know, in such a way that we can speed up the process a little bit, because it is time consuming, and of course time means charcoal, because the longer I take, the more charcoal I have to feed to keep this going. So yeah, that's a slight issue, but you know, that's, come on, we're getting the rhythm down for this. So I did get this quite quickly before. There we go, close enough for government work. And these are now in the orange category, so we should be able to come back in and grab a couple more while these continue to cool. Oops, hello, get the rest. And that will give me the 4 double ingots I need to make the thing. Now, whether we'll get to the point where we can make the armor before the invasion starts, that is a different question entirely. But at least this bit, oops, is reasonably quick. Oops. especially if you get it right the first time like that. So these two will give me everything I need to make the chest plate. I'll probably not push any further to make any more than that. I'll just keep this stoked and hopefully that will get through the night, depending on what we get, of course, because if it's just zombies or skeletons, then I'm really not worried about it. They can't get in. Bats and stuff like that, they're more of an issue, obviously. So we've got sheets. We're getting to the point where we will be able to make the breastplate very shortly, and I'll see you in a mo. Almost there. Bright red can weld. Got these two coming up. These are way out, but that doesn't matter. The important thing is that can be welded, and that can make a bronze chest plate, which that was relative. Again, that was almost too easy. What's my smithing bonus on? 6.25. Wow, that's good. Right, two more to heat up, me to make a double thing, then weld that to this, and well, then we're laughing. So let's get these going. And again, I shall be back. This is another one of those forging episodes, I'm afraid. So I promise once we've got this one out of the way, I'll go and do some building or something, honest. Yeah, back in a mo. And finally, we've got red can weld. Let's just give that a little bit further. There, we should be good. And there we go. One bismuth bronze chest plate. Now, time is rapidly working against us here, so I think what we're going to do is we'll run a couple of these out and just stick them into the fire beneath just to keep them running. It doesn't really matter, it just saves a little time later. And then we're going to see what the invasion brings, because I really don't know what to expect on this one. I am going to stock up on a bit more charcoal. As I say, if it's reasonably innocuous, I'm not going to get too worried. But it could be anything. It could be vexes again. It could be these miners that I've heard about. I really don't know what to expect. And if it's anything that I need to run away from, then I'm not afraid to run away. I know that seems like a kind of an oxymoron, being afraid to do the cowardly thing, but obviously that is the kind of the thought we have. Oh God. Right. I've got nothing I need to. God. Come on, give me those. I need to lower my roof. I'll worry about this later. I just need to have a safe spot that the Endermen, if they teleport in, they won't be able to get me. And obviously this is 2.5 and an Enderman is 3 tall. So yeah, this is going to be my night. Because there's nothing to stop Enderman getting actually into the keep. I don't know whether they're going to drop their ender pearls either. They're lovely, lovely ender pearls. But I'll keep going, and if anything interesting happens, I'll be back, but otherwise I'm just going to cower inside here. Because if a zombie can one-shot me, I tell you what, I can absolutely one-shot me, and that is an Enderman. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, it's got to morning. Oh, hang on, there's still, I thought. No, we've still got some left. I thought we'd managed to despawn them, but there was still a couple. The invasion has ended now. I did go up and have a brief look up top. But I can't see what is out there. If anything. As long as it's not an Enderman. I saw an Enderman down there who was about to teleport in and basically murder me. I went and hid. But I think we're more or less on top now of this. So let's go and have a little peek at what our forge is. That scared me half to death. Our forge is dead. Okay, so we need to relight that for starters. While that is heating, because that still needs those. Bright red isn't hot enough actually. It needs to be orange, doesn't it, to be liquid. Well, it definitely needs to be brighter, warmer than that. So let's just go and see if there's any loots to be had outside. Oh, there is. Yeah, I did manage to kill a few of the certainly the zombies. They were not too bad. And I managed to level my arrow up, well, almost to the point where it levels up, so that was a bonus. Now, hang on a second, what does it... I think they have got to be underground. Yeah. I don't think we need to worry about those. And I don't really want that, I don't think. If I do, I know exactly where to find zombies. So, yeah, now who was over here? I did see a hostile marker, but looks like a zombie again. Alright. Well, that's another invasion out of the way. I still need to go and get those the crenellations for the front of that. I've not got around to that yet. So I really must go and do that at some point. However, let's not get distracted. That is yellow. So we'll take those out. That is fine. That's doing its thing. Right, what am I doing now? I'm doing the legs. So that's a double and a single. Right. As soon as these are off, we'll carry on with the thing and get the thing with the thing and the thing. And that's all good. So I'll be back once I'm ready to make the leggings. Right, we've got the sheets. We're just getting this to the point where we can weld those, and I need to heat this lot up, but I'm going to actually pop that in there because that can go. That can go in there. We'll get you. You are going to be legs, and that is going to be a... Oh wow, this is going to be awkward. So we're going to go bang, bang, hammer, draw, bend. Wow, that's going to be hammer, draw, bend. I think we need to be hammer, draw, bend, almost. Hammer, draw, bend, too far. Too far. Almost. Not far enough that time. Hammer, draw, bend. Oh, so close. Hammer, draw, bend. No. This is going to take a while. I'll be back in a mo. Got it. That was an absolute bloody mare. Anyway, that and this needs to heat up, but we need to keep that there. So we'll keep our eye on it. I'm going to drop you out while that heats up to, as soon as this, basically the trick is to match these, and then we can weld the two together. And we can also, while we are at it, get our next sheet going, or at least holding the stuff. That's kind of the idea. Dark red 3, dark red 1. Let's go. That's got a little bit out of sync with each other. That's bright red, can work. Dark red can work. Come on, get to the weld. I think we're going to need to pull that one out a little early. I think we can go, and there's our legs. Last but no means least, well, not last but no means least, because we still have got the things, but the boots require a single sheet, and then you weld a single sheet on to get the boots. So that is a thing, and then that should leave us with enough for a double sheet to make the shield. Well, you know what's happening next, don't you? And that is we need to make some more sheets. I'll be back in a mo. These boots, absolutely not fun. Absolutely not. Nope. Not fun ever in a billion gazillion years. Okay, we need to get you out for a second. That needs to come into a sheet. Get there eventually. And then these two need to get to welding temperature. That's bright red can weld. That's thing. So you need to come out for a second while that heats. Those are doing their thing. Bright red. In you go. That should be roughly synchronized. Both can weld, and we have the boots with an even better bonus. We're getting quite good at this smithing. They were absolutely painful though. I really did not enjoy making those boots at all. But still, it's a knack you have to get back into to some degree. You have to get back into the the TerraFirmaCraft way of doing things, and we got to a point where we really didn't have to do that much. So what would be really handy was like that, getting to the point where we know the patterns that we're going to weld and build. So I need to turn this into a double sheet, and then with a double sheet it will be turned into a shield. But we've got a lovely suit of armor. I really am happy with that. That's going to be awesome. I do need to address my food and water situation though, because I've been so concentrating on this that I have taken my eye off that particular ball. Fortunately, I have got plenty of sandwiches. Unfortunately, I don't have any fruit. So you know, we're not in a ideal balance mix there, but if we can keep everything else at temperature, then, you know, that's pretty good. You need to be processed. I'll get this sheet, get the 2 sheets welded up. We'll come back when we're doing the shield, and then we'll have a little trying on session. Back in a moment. All right, here we go. Let's get that welded. Get in there. Bismuth shield, and then we are into... Not quite. No. Oh, almost. No, that's not. Again, almost. No, that's too far. Still too far. And now not far enough. This is, again, this is not a fun one. Nope. Almost. Oh, that's so close. Ooh. Oh well. Right. Again, that is not a fun one. I'm going to have to heat that back up to work it. So let me get on with that, and I'll be back in a mo. Got it. Took me long enough. I was doing it all completely wrong anyway. I was doing the wrong thing. We've pretty much knocked over 1,000 durability off of our hoofer, our thingy-mabobbits, our hammer. But we now have a full bronze suit of armor, and I'm like the Green Knight himself. I think we need to come forward a wee bit. Let me just come in, get a nice thing, and bang. Let's get a screenshot. Right, now, there is a downside to this armor, and that is that the helmet, because everything else doesn't, well, they both have a minus 5%. That doesn't, strangely enough. So if I take off the legs and that, I'm actually okay. But those, for some reason, have that effect. Now, it's needless to say, it's probably not beneficial to wear, this when we're out just mining. So it would make a lot more sense to me to actually store this. Now at the moment I've got nowhere to store it, so it's going to have to go here. We probably need to make a new helmet, but a new leather helmet I should say, which we probably can do right now very quickly. The bronze shield doesn't have any particular downside to it, so that's a plus. And I think you do that. And obviously it only gives you one armor. It's not brilliant, but that's fine. We have armor. That's looking splendid. I'm going to guess I can't put the shield on there, but no. Maybe you can on the Bibliocraft one, but that's a different problem. Anyway, next episode, I promise we will do some building. I think we are going to try and, well, I'm going to try and get this finished, and we will start making an enclosure for the cattle. because they've really just been sat, like that for too long, and we need to give them a little bit of, treatment, make them feel happy. They are going to give birth in 196 days. Only 19 more invasions. Yay! But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I've got no idea how long this episode has gone because this has been a lot of small bitty bobby bits. But until then, I will see you soon, and bye for now.